Okay, we are back for another week of, I think we're going to call it Forgotten Favorite Recipes. Sure, we'll go with that. This one is from the McDaniel Memorial United Methodist Church in Brent, Alabama. We're back in the appetizer section, and this cookbook is my second favorite cookbook. It was printed in 1994, and it has lots of great recipes in it, and some strange ones. This one is not really that strange, but I cannot remember ever having it. It's called Party Dip, and it is also written by my maternal grandmother, my mom's mom, who always signed her name in, unless she was writing you a very familiar note, she always signed it Mrs. Preston James Sr. But it's just called Party Dip. We're gonna have a party and we're gonna have some dip. So we're gonna make some party dip. It's a pretty simple recipe. It's savory. It's got diced clams in it with their liquid. Yeah. So I cannot remember ever having this at a party, but I like parties, and I like dip, and I like clams, and so why not? So we'll see how this one goes. My grandmother was of the waste not, won't not generation, so she would have kept that in mind with this recipe, and we'll see how it goes. So yeah, party dip. Let's have a party and have some dip with our party dip. All right, let's get cooking. See you soon. Bye. Hey friends. Okay, we're back with the party dip. Again, we're gonna make this. It's from the McDaniel Memorial United Methodist Church cookbook. It's called Party Dip. It was submitted by my grandmother, Mrs. Preston James Sr., also known as Pauline, and we're gonna make some party dip and have a great time with the party dip. The first thing is 2 packages of cream cheese. I mean, how bad can it be, right? Cream cheese is so creamy and adds deliciousness to like everything, right? It's cream cheese. How bad could it be? It says to mix together. The directions again are really simple. Mix together and add clam liquid if needed. So I'm going to mix this up a little bit first, because it's kinda, look, it's room temperature, but it's, you gotta mix it up a little bit. Okay. Then, I know what I was gonna tell y'all. Canned items. So on this recipe, it just says 3 cans, diced clams, drained, reserve ½ cup liquid. Can sizes have changed in the past 20, 30 years or so. Most of the time they have decreased the size and increased the price. So make sure you check that. I couldn't find a real big difference though on chopped clams. They seem to have, stayed the path. I'm sure the price has increased, but the size seems to be about the same at 6½ ounces. So there's a lot of liquid. You can hear it. There's a lot of liquid in there. So we're gonna assume that this is the correct size. If you use recipes that have cream of something soup, that is not going to be the correct size, but we'll get to that eventually. Okay, so we've got our 3 cans of diced clams. They're drained. Here's the clams. It looks a bit like, I don't know, somewhere between chicken and tuna. Anyway, so we're gonna dump them in there. They're already chopped up in the can. And a tablespoon of onion flakes, which is, whoa! Yeah, I didn't see that. A little extra. So that's also called minced onions sometimes, but it's the same thing. Anytime you use onion flakes or minced onions, the recipe is going to need to sit for a while because it's basically dehydrated onion. We're going to need 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. We're gonna need some of this. We're gonna need 2 teaspoons of this sauce and a teaspoon of lemon juice. You could use fresh lemon juice if you have it, but honestly, she would not have had fresh lemon juice. She would have had, you know, real lemon juice from the refrigerated part of your, you know, store. And a half a teaspoon of salt. Again, just measure that in your palm a couple of times and you can get it. That's all this recipe is, except for it does say mix together and add clam liquid if needed. So, ooh, this is so clammy. Yeah, it is kind of pungent. I like clams though. I really like clam chowder. I like fresh steamed clams a whole lot. I think I am gonna have to use some of this clam juice. It says reserve half a cup of liquid. I don't know if I need a whole, look, this one doesn't have any lines on it, so I gotta pour it into this cup so I can see how much. Because this cup has lines and the other one doesn't. I don't think I need a whole, look how much, by the way, how much liquid came off of those. I'm saying maybe that's about 1/4 of a cup. Maybe the clam people kept the size of the can the same, but it probably has way more liquid. Okay, yeah, that 1/4 of a cup really loosened it up. So, I don't know, it looks like any other party dip. It could probably use a little, something colorful in it, like, I don't know, parsley or something on top. It's clammy. It's very clammy. But that is, yeah, it's super simple recipe, which, you know, I've said before, often that leads to it being pretty tasty. It does need to sit for a while because it has onion flakes, which the recipe does not say. But you will need to do that. It just says mix together, add clam liquid if needed, which we did. We needed about a 1/4 cup of it. This may be served warm or cold with crackers or toast squares. I don't have any toast squares. So we'll serve it with crackers because we do have those. So I'm gonna put this in another bowl, let it chill in the fridge, and we'll see how our clam party dip. And you know what, it doesn't say clam, it just says party dip. So we're gonna see how the party dip turns out soon. Okay, bye.
Focus.
Hey friends, okay, we are back. We have another exciting recipe, and our tasters today are my wonderful husband John and my daughter Lucy, and Heidi is recording because she has a cold and cannot taste anything. And Titus is lactose intolerant, so this would not be the dip for him. All right, this recipe is the party dip. Ooh, party. From the McDaniel Memorial United Methodist Church cookbook from 1994-ish. So this recipe can be served cold, like this, or warm. My cousin Karen, hey Karen, said that our grandmother used to put this in a like a bread bowl. You know what a bread bowl is? It's a bowl made of bread. And she would warm it up in that and serve it with the bread, but I don't remember it. So we're gonna try it both ways. We're gonna try it cold and warm. So which one do you want to start with? Or do you want one of both? I'm assuming
Give me one of each.
One of each. You want it on a Ritz?
I want one on toast and one on cracker.
One on toast and one on
How about cold cracker and hot toast?
Cold cracker and hot toast, that makes sense. Heidi, can you get us a knife? Because we're so professional here.
Sponsored by Latte.
So we and Lulu has her boba tea to wash it down. So let's try the cold one first, and then we'll try the warm one. You ready? Oh wait! Oh, I was gonna tell you, it has clams in it.
It's
seafoody. It smells like dip.
Ready?
Oh, I'm already eating it.
Chomp chomp.
Mmm.
Can I have some?
Oh, you want to taste it?
Yeah. Even if I can't taste it, it's supposed to be decent.
Mmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of tasty.
Okay.
That is delicious.
That is delicious. Lulu's still deciding. It tastes you don't really taste the clams. It tastes almost like a like an onion dip sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very mayonnaise.
There's no mayonnaise in it. It has
It
cream
tastes
cheese in
like
it.
tuna dip.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's sort of like a
Like
smoked
a smoked
tuna.
dip.
Okay. So here's the warm one. So it said deserve it with toast squares.
So we made some toast and
So
butter
I'm
squares.
testing it as squares. So there's you a toast square. And that's a big old chunk of clam right there. Mmm, clammy. Alright, so cheers. Let's try the
Cheers.
warm one. Put it all in. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes, it's delicious.
Okay.
She got a lot of clam. A lot of clam.
Okay.
Tastes like hot mayonnaise.
I preferred the cold one. What do you say?
Cold.
They're equally
Cold?
delicious.
They are pretty delicious. Did you want to try the warm one or the cold one?
Something's
I'll try
fishy.
that warm one on a
Oh, warm one on a cracker?
Oh yeah, we should try one
Being
cracker.
different.
A warm cracker? Alright, there you go.
Let me have one on a
Heidi's in the
warm
background, by the way.
Hi.
Lily says it tastes like warm mayonnaise. There's no mayonnaise in it. It's,
You should lift the top off, then it'll be all brown on the top.
yeah, that's probably not gonna do. So the one bite I had a really big chunk of clam, and when you reheat it, the clam got really, really chewy. So I would stick with super finely chopped clams if you're gonna have the warm dip. But I think I like it cold.
And you made like mayonnaise. You got the like
Oh,
white
it's not
stuff,
mayonnaise.
and you got
Lulu.
the onions.
Lulu.
and
You
got
don't know how to
the
make mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise
Well,
is
now we gotta make mayonnaise.
It's eggs and oil.
It's eggs
Eggs,
and oil.
lemon.
Yeah,
I mean,
cream cheese
cracker.
is not mayonnaise.
Fix me another cold one.
Another cold cracker? Alright, well, you know what? I like it. I
That-
think this is the best one we've
The
had.
best
so far.
one yet.
It's fishy.
Better than the loaf.
The loaf was
The loaf
tasty,
tasty.
but
Yeah, I remember the other day we went to
hit
the
me.
Juicy Seafood, and they had like
Yeah.
the best like seafood.
Yeah,
in
it was
cracker.
tasty.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I like it. It's good.
better than cat food.
True. We'll have to see about next week's recipe.
Yeah.
Yeah? You ready? Bye!
Bye bye.